Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube video. It's your girl Amna. I'm gonna be talking to you guys about the small habits that have changed my life and shifted my mindset. Just a disclaimer, this may not work for everyone. These are just my suggestions based off of my own experiences. First thing I'm gonna start off with is journaling. In the morning, that's the first thing that I do. I wake up and I take out my journal. My journal is always next to my bed. Like on the wake up, I just don't want to go all the way across the room to go and get it. I just want it right there when I wake up on the side of my bed. This is one of the journals that I use for journaling. I got this off of Amazon. Just a simple, small little journal. Why do I journal? Why do I feel like this is such an important habit to have? It's just a great way of starting your day. Getting your feelings across the paper, saying how you feel, and kind of just, thinking about literally anything. Just putting it on paper is so beneficial, at least for me. And there's so many forms of journaling, not just writing, but there's also voice journaling. I know there's some voice journaling apps out there that are very helpful as well. But it doesn't matter your format. Just journal, like say how you feel, express yourself, because I feel like, at least for me, sometimes I keep a lot of things inside and I just don't always want to say how I feel, to people, and I just want to keep it to myself. And there's certain things that we just can't say out loud when we're not, we just feel like we're not in the safe space to say it. Journaling is the way to go. First thing when you wake up, I highly recommend journaling. I think it's a great start to your day. It's just so therapeutic, at least for me, And you don't always have to know what to say. Just say how you feel in the current moment. There's no rule book on certain things that you need to say in your journal. It's mostly just what you feel and think in your mind. That's what you put on the paper. There's no rule book for journaling. And I think a lot of people, they just see it as something that is so annoying to do. Thinking that you need to write so many pages. Even writing one sentence, I feel like is so beneficial. Honestly, because you're expressing yourself. You're letting out your feelings in a healthy way. It's very healthy, rather than just having to vent to people who are not giving you the time of day. Obviously, if you have a friend to speak to, that's great. If you have people in your corner, I really love that. I think it's just such a great way of checking in with yourself, asking yourself questions. How did you feel on that day? What made you decide to do this, do that? Why do you feel that way? I know there's some reflection questions online that you can search for to help you think, like journaling prompts, especially when you don't know what to say. But there's no rule book. Just put something on the paper and just say how you feel. If you can just commit to at least 10 minutes of that in the morning, or even 5 minutes, however long you want to do, you will notice the great difference in your life. Me, myself, I try to do it at least once a day in the very morning. And if I feel like doing it in the evening as well, just reflecting on how my day went, that's also a great thing to do. But yeah, I just try to keep myself accountable for that. And even if it's just a few words that I say, like, I'm okay. Like, yesterday was fun. I did this, I did that. It just feels great to get it on a piece of paper, at least for me. But find what works for you. These are just suggestions. The second thing that I recommend is going outside, going for a walk, just being in nature, taking in the fresh air. Yo, that is life-changing. That is literally life-changing. And I think sometimes we forget to really embrace or to really take in those moments with nature. We are so busy with our lives, work, school, whatever, and we just are not present in the moment. And when I go outside and I look around and I look at the trees, the animals, things like that, it's just a reminder that everything is gonna be okay, at least for me. Just taking in that fresh air, calming down, walking around, looking at people, you know, it is amazing. It is amazing. And never, never take that for granted, because going outside, you know, being around nature, it's exceptional. It's exceptional. Well, obviously, it's good for your physical health and it's good for your mental and emotional health. Another this is a very important thing: limiting screen time. On the weekends, I try my very best to get off of social media, get off my phone. When I go for walks, I don't take my phone with me, because I just want to be present in the moment. I just want to enjoy the activity that I'm doing instead of having to check my phone every few minutes. And also just not looking at your phone first thing in the morning, and doing something that is going to help you start off the day right, in a sense. Like I said, journaling, meditating, anything that works for you that's not looking at a screen, reading, that's all of these things are very, very, very beneficial. And I think we are just so hyper focused on what's going on online, and what did this person say? What did that person say? I need to check this. I need to see what's going on. I'm missing out on stuff. That's how I be feeling too. But it's baby steps. Just, you know, slowly, slowly, slowly limiting that screen time as much as you can. It's so important. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm a perfect person. I slip up. I have my messy days. I deal with burnout, stress, just like everyone else. And I slip up, and I would be doing the same. But it's kind of just holding ourselves accountable in the moments that we can, and just doing the best that we can to like alleviate the stress that we're feeling. Because sometimes when I when I wake up and the first thing I look at is TikTok, Instagram, and I see things that, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of, it already starts off my day really, really bad. Or I'm just checking my, you know, my notifications, and I see something, it's just starting my day off really, like, off to a bad start. And I think that's not good. Please, as much as you can, try to limit your screen time. We in this together, for real. Like, our phones, our parents are right. Our phones, it's really the phones. It's really the phones. But yeah. All right. So I feel like we live in such a fast-paced world. We have been conditioned to believe that the only important part of life is just working. That's just all it is to life. But, you know, it's more than that. And I think we need to stop being so guilty for resting. We don't always have to be productive every single minute of the day. It is okay to just do nothing at all and be fine with that and be content with that. It is okay. I have struggled with this, and I'm still struggling with not feeling guilty for doing nothing. I'm struggling with that. I really am. Because I be feeling like, I look at my goals, I look at the list, my to-do list of things that I need to do, and when I don't achieve them, I feel bad, like I'm not progressing in life. It's such a terrible feeling. But we need to remind ourselves that rest is okay. Even in your to-do list, one of the things that you need to put on your list is prioritizing rest, taking a break. I feel like we be forgetting to take breaks, and we're just on go, and then it leads to burnout. It's not a healthy thing. So take your breaks. It is okay. You're not doing anything wrong. Another habit that I highly, highly recommend trying out is getting into a hobby. I love hobbies. I have so many hobbies, from reading, writing, creating music, making content. So many hobbies that keeps me, you know, keeps me busy, and it's something that I look forward to every single day. I highly recommend getting into a hobby, even if you can commit at least 10 minutes of your day doing that said hobby. You will see the differences. Like, investing your time in something that is fun, enjoyable, it brings you happiness, bro, it's everything, especially when you achieve, like, even coloring. When I finish coloring a picture, I feel like I achieved something. Lately I've been playing Papa's Freezeria. When you know that OG game. You know that OG game. I've been playing that. I've been feeling very, very happy doing that. It's just so enjoyable. You know, get into a hobby. I know hobbies are not for everyone, but there's so many, and I feel like you will find something that you like. It's not a requirement. I'm just recommending. Practicing gratitude is so important, and I'm not trying to sound like I'm not trying to sound so repetitive. I know a lot of people say this, but please practice gratitude. It is so essential to your well-being. Just being kind to yourself, saying words of encouragement to yourself, reminding yourself that everything is going to be okay. Even if you don't believe it. Like, I know when it comes from us, it's like we don't believe it. We are so self-conscious about ourselves, and something in our mind is just, being negative and telling us that we can't do it. Tell it to stop. Stop. Tell that voice in your head, be quiet. And just throw rainbows at yourself. Throw rainbows at yourself. Throw sunshine at yourself. Throw sparkles at yourself. You get what I mean? Tell yourself it's gonna be okay. All right? You'll be fine. Even when I don't believe it, I tell myself everything is gonna be fine. Because it will be. I mean, you're here. You're getting through. You'll be okay. Even if you don't believe it, just say it. And the very last habit that I recommend that you try out, if you haven't already, is reading. I've been reading The Artist's Way. I really enjoy this book. It's by Julia Cameron. If you haven't heard of this book, I highly recommend you check it out. But reading. I got back into reading this year, and bro, it's literally life-changing. It's so great to do. In the morning, I love reading, and with this book, it has like tasks that you can do, like morning pages, just writing in your journal, and just literally just saying anything, saying how you feel, just being creative. It's such an inspiring thing. Reading is so beneficial. It can be any book. There's no rule to it. Just read anything. And yeah, these are all the habits that have helped me, and I really hope that it helps you. I do hope that this is beneficial for you. If it is, please subscribe, comment, share your experiences, and let me know what habits you have been trying out and what has been helping you. I would love to learn more about it because I'm always looking for new things to try out. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.